Hey, my name is Joseph Anajar. I'm a musician from Montreal, and today I'm gonna break down the lick I just played for you guys. But first, I'm just gonna quickly tell you that I have a bunch of music out. There's a bunch of links in the description to Portraits album, and then some Bird Problems new music. So if you like the way I play, please check it out. Also, if you want a lesson, look in my description. Now let's get straight into it. This legato, modern legato line is very twisty and has a lot of enclosures and sort of chromatic passing tones. We'll break it down bit by bit, and as we go through it, I'll let you know if there's any like considerations and things to keep in mind technique-wise while playing. All right, so this lick is in kind of G major, E minor. There's like a little quick 2-5 in there, but it's kind of so quick that you could play it. You could play this entire lick in G major or E minor. It wouldn't really matter. But yeah, so here's how it goes. So here's the first thing that I do. So I start on, what is this? The 7th fret of the low E string, and I do a little enclosure to that C. So I go B. So it's 7, 10, 9, 7, 8. First phrase, and I go. So I grab the 3rd and the 5th here of this C major sort of idea. So I go. Then we play these 2 notes, and I grab the major 7th. Right there, right? And here's how I pick that. So I pick, hammer, 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 right? Then I pick, and then I hybrid with my, right? Then I will pick this note again. So I pick on the 10th fret, pull off to the 7th fret, and then do like chromatic passing tones. Okay. And then I go up an F sharp minor 7 flat 5 idea, or just minor 7 flat. We're just gonna do the F sharp, then we're gonna do the minor 3rd and the flat 5. So here's what we got so far. Then we're gonna hit the one weird note in this lick. We're gonna hit this note on the 8th fret of the G string. Now that is where that 5 chord kind of happens. If that's confusing to you, don't worry about it. But in my head, this is what's going on. So I'm hitting the major 3rd of this B7 here. Now, like I said, don't worry about it. Just play it. Just play the lick. Wherever, don't worry about it. Your ears will figure the rest out. So here's what we got so far. And then after that, I'm going to go down to the 7th fret. I'm going to go press the 10th fret of the D string. Pull off to the 7th fret of the D string. And again, go up chromatically once again. What I'm saying? So once again. That's the sort of enclosure thing that I'm talking about. Then I'm going to grab the minor 7th of the E minor and go down the arpeggio. Yeah, so I grab the minor 7th, then I go down the arpeggio, so 7th, 5th, minor 3rd, root, and then I'm going to go up the E minor 9 arpeggio. right? So this sort of 3-1-3 idea. So that's 7, 9, 10, 9, and then 7, 9, 11. And then at that point, I do a little bit of selective picking. So that might be a little bit complicated for some people that haven't like used some selective picking ideas. But anyways, let me break it down. So I go up and then I pick after I do my hammer on. And then I'm going to grab this note with my ring finger. You see what I'm saying? And then after that, I hammer on this note. So, and then I go back to this note and I hammer from nowhere and then pick it again. And then I hybrid this note again. So here's really slowly. And then I keep going. I go up the scale again. So that's the phrase. So let me just backtrack to the E minor 9 idea. See what I'm saying? So let's go back to the top for a second just to see where we are at. That's where we're at so far. Cool? Okay, let's keep going. So then I pull off to the 8th fret, and then I hammer on the 10th fret of the B string, and then I'm gonna grab this note on the 10th fret of the E string, like a 4th up sort of idea, and then I pull off to the 7th fret, and then I go down another E minor sort of arpeggio idea. Make sense? Now, something to keep in mind here is I'm about to do some position switching right away after this note. So I want to grab this note with my pinky instead of my middle finger. See what I'm saying? That's just important to facilitate like this position switch that I'm about to do, because if it becomes a bit stretchy, and actually when I was trying to get this lick, I kept making that mistake and it was making it very hard for me. So that's definitely like something to keep in mind. Let's back up a little bit. That's the figure I'm trying to do. That's why you got to put your pinky there, because it becomes kind of difficult. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you see here, I just made the mistake. I went for the ring finger and then I had to grab this note here. So that's very stretchy and uncomfortable, whereas this is chill. Versus... So that's at a high speed, that would be the cause of my mistakes, let's say. Let's keep going. So we're here. Then again, I'm going to grab this 4th up on the 8th fret of the B string. Then I'm going to pull off to the 5th fret. Right, so. And then from there, I'm going to go down. So I'm going to go, so 5th fret on the B string, 7th fret on the G string, 7th fret on the D string, and then pull off to the 5th fret. And then slide down to the 4th fret. And then I'm gonna grab the 5th fret of the A string with my ring finger. See that? And then I'm gonna grab the 5th fret of the E string with my middle finger. See that? And then with my first finger, a little bit of a stretch here, I'm going to grab the 3rd fret of the E string, slide down to the 2nd fret, and then I'm going to grab the 5th fret again with my pinky, and then pull off to the 3rd fret with my ring finger. So that whole thing again. So let's backtrack to the beginning, and I'll play it very, very slow for everybody to focus. once more, maybe without mistakes. So that's the lick. It's kind of a lot of stuff. You're definitely going to want to take this very, very slow. There's a lot of different articulations, a lot of different legato, hammer-on, pulls-offs, and different like articulations with the hand between the picking and the hybrid picking and all that stuff. Something that I've spent a lot of time focusing on while practicing this sort of vocabulary is making sure that I'm not speeding up some of the parts that I find easy and then slowing down when I find the part difficult. Right? When I'm practicing this, I'm trying to do it always in time. For example, like let's say I push it past the speed that I'm comfortable. There's going to be something, namely this thing, where it kind of trips me up like, See, like, because I'm having these brain farts moments where I'm not sure what's coming up next and I have to pause and wait. That's kind of what you want to avoid. You want to you always want to be practicing this line as if you're actually playing it in a musical context. This lick does not exist in a vacuum from real music. So you always want to play it in a musical way, which is why you don't want to do this thing where you're kind of like playing fast because you know the bit, and then the bit that you don't know very well, you kind of slow down to do it, and then you kind of repeat that pattern. That's a bad pattern. You want to slow everything down and bring everything up together, right? And there's a lot of vocabulary there, so playing it half as fast as I'm doing it is still like a net positive for your playing, I think. Cool. So yeah, so I'll play it one last time, very, very slow. Maybe this might be an opportunity for you guys to look at my picking hand, if there's anything that I might have not mentioned, or maybe something that like have avoided your attention so far. So here's one last time. Timing wasn't super great just now, but you get the idea. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Once again, my name is Joseph Haniger. I'm a musician from Montreal. I'm in a band called Portraits. We just dropped an album, and I'm also in another band called Bird Problems, and we dropped some singles. There are a bunch of links in the description if you're trying to check that out, and if you like my playing and whatnot. You can also check me out on Instagram, where I'm the most active. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye.